using readily available J-hook 2-inch ratchet straps. They're almost all rated 3,333. Use 2, it's a little bit redundant, helps everything. You have one strap up high, mount that one first, mount the lower one, cinch the other up, tight is right. I mean, obviously there's a point where you're reaching the ratchet strap's limit. That's good enough. You don't need to be too tight, because there are two. As forces are applied, the winch may position higher up. That's just going to cinch tighter on the tree. It's a little loose strap to a board. It's much happier on a tree. For the rigging bollard, you go through the L-shaped fair lead, drop below the horizontal fair lead. You can get your clockwise wraps. You can stack them in pretty tight if it's big. Honestly, it's very rare that I need more than 3 wraps on some heavy dynamic rigging, but you can certainly get as many wraps on there as you want. Locking it off, you're still able to get enough wraps tightly cinched together, even with this extra fair lead. Usual lock off works well. This little guy here needs some explanation. I got a couple of wraps go in between the two. What that allows me to do, we're lowering way back here. I can wrap around. It doesn't cross the wraps and bind the rope. I can go all the way over here. It doesn't cross and bind the wraps. That's something that if you've experienced, it's frustrating, slows you down, makes it more hazardous. As an example, say you have a big limb over a house, but if the butt were to swing, it's going towards the house. You can use your lowering bollard to lock off the butt, so that as you do a limb lift, if that butt tears out, which sometimes great, if it's tied in, we're not taking a wild swing. So in those situations where you're running 2 ropes, running the lowering bollard under this fair lead, running your lifting winch over that fair lead, they can get along. They're not going to have a lot of interaction. So say we are doing the lynching for the tip tie on that big butt. Clockwise wraps, you want some tension on here. Loose wraps just kind of make a mess. 1/2-inch line, this is Sterling Atlas, which I swear is a little chubbier. You get as many wraps as fits well. You go over the stripper into the jaws, and it should have 2 wraps over the stripper jaw. 2-speed winch. One way is fast gear. You just use that for burning up slack or light limb lifts. The other way is the slow power gear. This is the money where it makes things happen. And again, excuse the deflection being mounted on a board, on a tree, you're not moving. So comes time to lower your lift. Hold tension, take the wrap off. If it's very heavy, that's good. Put it in the fair lead. Now you've got your direction to direct your piece as you're lowering it. If it's not that heavy, again, just hold tension. Bring it up through that fair lead. Same thing. We're going to let this be the lowering bollard. You do not want to dynamically load the winch. They were never made for shock loading. Maybe you can get away with a little. Don't. When you have the 2, obviously this fair lead is occupied by your lowering bollard when you're running 2 lines. Oftentimes we're releasing and lowering that part. No tension in the system. Winch line is holding everything vertical, and that's where then that fair lead is open. We can lock into it. If for some reason the fair lead is not open, You can take it out of the jaws and stay in line. You don't want to be rubbing against the jaws or wrapping the line. You can lower from that. Not ideal, because we love that fair lead for being multi-directional. But yeah, the straps, it's a little fiddly putting it on the tree. Sometimes it helps to have a buddy. Get the top strap first, bottom strap, cinch. Get your excess straps out of the way. Sometimes I'll coil them up, pull them through where the ratchet strap is off the tree a little bit, and then cinch it down more. Winch really doesn't require much maintenance. You know, if you're in your off season, you can take the screws off. There's 2 locking bronze plates. You can pull things apart. You might have some wood chips in there. Clean it. You grease the bearings lightly. You grease the gears lightly. The ratcheting pawls, they just get a little bit of oil. Make sure everything moves freely. I actually prefer the non-locking winch arms because that is only in there when I'm lifting. And other than that, it's out of the way, it's by the tree, I'm not tripping over it. They're good units. We have used them a lot.